Good morning to everyone, and welcome to beautiful Barbados, a place that is doing nothing but radiating peace and serenity, and as you can see, stunning beauty. Good morning to each and every one of you. Before we go any further, before we start off our vlog, I'm just gonna say our serenity prayer. So those of you who'd like to join us, please do so. All others will be back to you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Well, good morning to each and every one of you all. And yes, I am fully dressed again with my tuxedo, full attire this morning because the weather was definitely looking a little bit threatening. The tide, although it's mid-tide, we have a good surge that's coming through the west coast here. I guess that's being created from the system that passed us over the last couple of days' time. It is definitely getting us a back swell here. It's not too bad, but it's definitely a little more difficult to get where you want to start this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you, and I hope you all had a blessed off day. I had a wonderful off day. I talked to myself, I talked to and I talked to me all day long. I actually had an amazing day. I hope anyone didn't misinterpret my post yesterday about talking to me, myself, and I, because it was a joke, because that's what I do all the time. And I even answer myself as well, so if that means committed to straight jacket, well, get one ready, because I needed that a long time ago and nobody has given me it as yet. So we'll see how it goes from here on in. I am sure many of you know where we are. Alleyne Bay, just a beautiful section of Barbados on the west coast. I see a lot of west coast people on here this morning. I noticed that anytime about reflections and mirrors, all the west coast people seem to run on. One of these mornings I can trick you all though. I'm going to bring a mirror and put it on the sand on the south coast. I'll fool you all then. Alright, our starting point originally was supposed to be around the corner here, closer to Alleyne Bay, because I really wanted to walk by the new section that they've created out there. That has a lovely looking beach that we saw the other day from we were up by Church Point area. However, the backwash coming off of this wall, as you can see there, impossible to get around with camera equipment to keep it safe. So, you know, we had to start a little bit to the north of where we want to start. But look at the beauty. I'm going to let you enjoy this surrounding view. Although we have villas behind us, still a beautiful view. So here we go, your first official 360 for the morning. And we are going to do it quietly. Here we go. Awesomeness. And just in case you all did not see, well, part of our sign is washed away now. We have the EM and a very faint C, but we all know what that means anyhow. I'm going to put this up this morning, but the surge that's coming up, although it's a mid-tide, I think the low tide is pretty close to 10 o'clock this morning, somewhere in that kind of vicinity anyhow. Right now, the surge is coming up right up onto this beach, so there's definitely a lot less beach that you will see this morning than you would normally see down here on the usual west coast conditions, which are calm and placid and like lake effects. But we're going to go strolling now. Only footprints you're really seeing here right now are mine all over the beach this morning. I was up and down here doing signal checks, having a look all around the place. Beautiful beach for sure. I love this sign here. I think this is great. In other words, if you come onto this property, you're going to get hurt. So, I love the calmness of it. Injury may result from unauthorized access. Well, there you go. That's put as nicely and as peacefully and as calmly as possible. End result, do not go on the property. I saw some people mention these bush tree hedges, whatever you want to call them. For the time I came on this morning, I do not know what attracts people to these. I would have to say it's got to be the colorful display of the ornamental fruit and the beautiful lush green. Nothing to do with the taste whatsoever. Not harassing anyone this morning about that, but as you know, they taste terrible. I've told you that many times, but some people will try to fool you. Some people will tell you Buckley tastes good as well, but Buckley's only helps you cough, but it tastes terrible. So same thing here. These may be healthy, but the taste of it, terrible, terrible, terrible. Again, we're scribing. We haven't scribed anywhere else. This is the only place we've scribed so far, but we do have one that's standing right here. So anyone that comes on the beach today, hopefully your curiosity will be raised and they'll come looking for us to see what the EMC represents. Beautiful Glitter Bay and Royal Pavilion distance. Originally, this section here that was called Royal Pavilion was known as Miramar. Glitter Bay has been here for a very, very long time. They've gone through a lot of major stuff over the years. They had a massive complex in the center of the property here that has been removed, and they've just kept the beautiful high-end condos that surround the actual property itself, leaving the garden in the center. Very, very nice area. As you can see, security down here taken very seriously in these villas. These folks are obviously all these villas here will be occupied by people who certainly want their privacy for sure. Just a beautiful location this morning. I started a little bit later, not because I overslept, not because I was tired, not because I was lazy, but because I wanted a little more sunshine to come up so we'd have a little better view this morning of this beach, because it was really dark and sort of like gloomy when I came down here this morning. Well, gloomy is not the right word, just dark and a little bit difficult to see. So I want to show you the beauty itself. Take a little walk up here and then we'll come back down. You see some turtles have also done the same thing, up and back down. We're going to do a similar effect now, just a different routing. Beautiful beach bar for the guests in these condos. Absolutely lovely property. I remember when this first went up, as I said, there was a huge block. It was located behind this beach bar area here, all along the inside of the property, massive. However, they have thinned it out and have really kept it high end and have just beautified the whole garden area. It's stunning out here, absolutely stunning. I love how they planted these coconut trees on the beach. You all know my thoughts on coconut trees already. It represents tropical beaches. No coconut trees, difficult for me to associate it with tropics. Just beautiful. Look at how the sun is coming through these trees and stuff this morning and giving us these lighted paths. Isn't this not just beautiful? Stunning. Alright, there's a big enough swell here. Well, I say big enough, not surfable, but this is what we used to originally call Miramar. I still call it Miramar. I know a lot of these surfers still call it Miramar. But this is predominantly a left. It is a beautiful, powerful break. It's short like some of the other West Coast lefts, however, very, very powerful, very steep, very hollow. You can really have a lot of fun out here, or also be very, very challenged as well. Originally, access to get down to here, surf here, you used to be able to come in by what was Miramar, and in the beginning when Royal Pavilion first opened, you could have access to come down to their beach facility, but security has tightened up a lot over the years. So you really can't enter this property at all unless you have permission to do so. One of our family runs the water sports here, not calling names, maybe he will recommend himself. But yeah, he runs the water sports here. A very good friend of mine that I've surfed with for a very long time. Just to give you a heads-on look of where this break would be, so you can understand how it comes in here in a peak. Now, imagine there's really no north swell here. It's a little backwash off of the system that passed us, but it is generating a little bit of a surge this morning. I don't know how challenging it will be when we get further down to the camera spots, but we're certainly going to take the walk, and if we can, you will absolutely go in and see. You know why? I want to tease you all. So that's why. Let me rephrase that. I want to give you all a swim. How does that sound? Better, huh? Just anyhow, you've heard the underlying truth. Is this not beautiful? I will call this our first photo op, because look at the absolute perfection of the sand here. How clean and beautiful. You see as it swept on the lower elevation, the reflections coming off of that beautiful water edge. Is this not just stunning? So we usually do photo ops 20 seconds in silence. I will do that right now. Thank you. I'm seeing that this photo op was appreciated for sure. We have many all over the place we could be giving you, but we're going to start with that one this morning. So this is where you will have the water sports. You can make you're booking through Royal Pavilion Water Sports, ask them a little information on it. I believe that you can book packages with them from the outside. Again, speaking under correction, things have changed. The main entrance into Royal Pavilion, you can see where that van is coming down the hill in the distance there. That would be access in. It's behind, is being stopped at the security area. So security starts on the actual roadside itself. But look how beautiful these facilities are, huh? I mean, absolutely lovely. That grass here is as green as you could possibly want it. And this sand is as perfect as you could possibly want it as well. The beauty of Barbados is showing again today. The south coast is not anything like it was yesterday. Yesterday had a good swell on it. They're still predicting a big swell coming in, but the angle has changed. It's more from the northerly direction this morning. However, swell sizes are getting up, and there is a small craft warning that remains in effect, and sea bathers warning. So please heed to that as well. Don't get caught by these surges and stuff if you're not a good swimmer and thing. And you come and you see down here, you're going to get pulled back from the shore break. As you can see right here with the currents that are pulling your way back as it comes off the beach. It's just a rush of water that's going out. There's really no current in here, but there is a current that's running parallel to the shore at this moment. I can see that quite clearly. Beautiful. Royal Pavilion, I know I have a person on here called Elizabeth. I know she's claimed this beach from the time I turned on this morning and she came online. I'm sure of that. Because this is her favourite West Coast beach, as it is for many, many other people. I know a lot of people that call here home base. I'm going to step out a little bit onto this jetty just to give you a little view of this hotel from here, and then we're going to go a little further down, do a similar thing, but do a 360 on that jetty as well, which is starting to get just annihilated by the shore breaks and the big sea conditions and stuff. That was a lot further out last year when we started the vlogs, or the year before. But have a look at this beautiful property here. Just beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I saw a little something that, you know me already, I picky, so I'm just going to let you know there's something I'm going to quarrel about shortly. So, well, not quarreling, but fretting over. I love my terminologies. I don't want to make it sound as though I'm angry or anything. I'm just fretting. We're allowed to do that. We sulk a lot here in Barbados, you know, as you will know. You go up to a person and tell you, man, how would like one of these coral necklaces, and you say, no, not today, thanks, and you hear these schups let go from like a mile away. So that's major sulking for you for sure. Beautiful. This morning is not very vegan friendly at all. I'm smelling my breakfast again to start up already. Bacon whipping through the air. Those of you that love that style of breakfast, well, if you're staying here this morning and you are following us, good morning to you first of all. And secondly is get your stomach ready. It's time to put an assault on it with some breakfast. Not to go too far out here, but I really do want to give you an anti-clockwise 360. We've done all the clockwise ones so far. This jetty used to go a lot further out, but the West Coast everywhere suffers a lot with erosion and stuff. And I'm not sure how often here is really utilised as it used to be before. There's a lot bigger beach in this section here, so we probably do a lot of beach. A lot of people come off the beach itself rather than use a jetty. But it's pretty nice out here for sure. So you can do it anti-clockwise here. I know we did a lot of 360s. So if you're feeling dizzy, we are unspinning you now. Reversing our direction. Here you go. Now you know me, if I don't fret or say something that's about something that I fret about, it wouldn't be me. So let me just make a point clear. Have a look at how perfect and how beautiful and how tropical these hotels look when they're only 2 or 3 stories high. A massive property that expands way along the stretch of beach, but they've maintained their height to 3 level or under 3 level even. This is what I call a beautiful hotel. Now on the south coast, everybody knows I talk with Southern Palms all the time. Again, similar style property. There are quite a few of them on the south. Don't mean to single out any, but I always talk about Southern Palms and I always talk about here because as far as I'm concerned, this is what I like to see. This is just my opinion, only Nick's opinion. But then again, I may not be practical and I may not be financially feasible in my ideas at all. But anyhow, I still like to express the way I feel. So here we go again. Beautiful beach this morning. A lot less beach than it has been that we have been walking over here. And that is because it's all being driven up on a very high elevation. You can see how steep this beach is at the moment. It's a lot like more level than this here. Coming into summer, you will see that as well, because summertime is when down here really builds the best of conditions. Just beautiful. And that summer would obviously go into winter until we get the big north swells and we get the erosion and the different types of currents that come along the coastline, because that all changes as well at that time of the year. I love how each of these lower rooms have their little privacy set up in between each one. I do really like that, you know. Although it doesn't come right out to the wall, which would be horrible. I love how they give you that little bit of an area that you can sit and be, you know, like have your own little seclusion and stuff. Really nice setup for sure. Not many rows of umbrellas out here this morning, as you can see. They have utilized the property further down to the north. I'll show you that in a couple of minutes time as well. Their property goes a little bit beyond the actual hotel structure itself. It goes into the cove where all the coconut trees are. Talk about more of that in a few minutes. The reflections, oh cheese on bread. You all see what I love down here. Thanks Jeremy so much for sticking that word in my mouth. I know I can't get rid of it. Man, you really done a subliminal work on me for sure. Can't get rid of that at all. Even put it in my print now. Well. Another one again. Beautiful hotel. Morning, Governor. How you going? All right, my brother. Cool, man. So any of you that want to stay here, you can see how big this resort is. It just stretches along this entire, well, not the entire bay, because the bay is huge, but stretches along this and Glitter Bay itself. Take up, I would say, 3/4 of the bay out here. Just beautiful, though. Stunning. I know. Hold on a sec, Mr. Conductor. Hold on. Let me satisfy you before you start to get fretty as well. Here we go. We're going to take our little nosy for Mr. Conductor himself. What a beautiful, beautiful setting. Imagine when these torches are lit on a night, how incredible out here must be, with all the flames and the brightness dancing on the beach and stuff. Just absolutely beautiful. It's a long beach, people, but we're going to do the whole beach. I think we have some time. We started a little bit later than normal. It's not going to take us too long. And I'm not going to run down here, because if I run down here, everything is going to turn into a blur because of my extremely fast speed. You know, I'm world renowned for my speed in all things: swimming, running, talking, etc. So I had no on that last part there, because if I did not, somebody will surely put it on later on today and I'd be schuupsing like crazy at home. So I'm going to make sure and put myself in the right place in the beginning. What a beautiful, beautiful place. Alright, so I'm going to give you, you know me already, I'm going to trip. Look at our footprints here, folks. These are yours, you know. This is what you're leaving on the beach this morning. I hope you all are enjoying this peace and serenity. But even to enjoy it more, I'm going to walk with you, and I'm going to let you hear the sounds of the water this morning. Not the gentle little slap that we normally get in the west coast. Definitely something a little more heavy. Sort of like similar to the south coast. However, because the angle of the sand, the south would never sound like here, and here will never sound like the south. But here we go. These reflections are just absolutely beautiful. Notice I only walked 10 feet and I'm talking again, but that is a long session. When I first started out on the vlogs, I wouldn't have gone a foot without talking. I think I'm shocking all of our care team right now because they're surprised that I'm able to keep quiet this long. And trust me, it is not that my mouth is out of energy, because my mouth, I have it toned right down at the moment. Alright, we talked just now about the property to the north of Royal Pavilion. This is their property as well. It runs right along this white wall. So they're utilizing this section here because, as you can appreciate, there's very little beach area. And imagine this is right now closer to the I would say mid-tide exactly, actually. So at high tide, you can see where the water comes up to. You can clearly see where the clean sand meets the ripply looking sand where the rain would have been last night, etc. So that is where they'll be limited to at high tide. That would be the actual surge coming up to there. So very little area up here, one row of seats only, of chairs only, and therefore they've utilized this property. Now, I said just now at the beach I was going to start fretting, so I'm going to start fretting now. And I will probably sulk after, but you won't see me sulking. I do not have anything against business entrepreneurship. I stop it. I'm done with that. I tried that. I didn't finish with that word. I have no objection to anyone having businesses in Barbados, but I certainly do have objections to seeing a trailer on the beach. This area is already being utilized for the Royal Pavilion guests. This is a public beach, therefore they should have beach available for everyone. When you have little businesses like this set up, especially the last one I'm seeing here right broadside on the beach, I do not appreciate this at all, to be honest with you. That's just my humble opinion. Because when these places are getting customers all around them, where are you going to utilize along this beach? You know, so I don't know who gave permission for this to be set up here. Maybe it's just because me and my stupid ways of thinking, but I honestly do not think this should be permitted. Not on the beach. If it wants to be next to the beach, even the one at the back is not too bad. But not here, good there. Just my opinion. Now, you see, I'm done fretting now, so I'm moving on now. I'm going to be sulking the whole when I road home. Let me make it right. God, let go of those ships there too. I'm going to just quickly show you. This is the entrance to here. If you're coming to this beach, this is the only way you can really get in public thoroughfare to this beach. There is minimal parking. Opposite here is a residential area where a lot of people park indiscriminately and cause a lot of problems for the people that are in this area. Please, please, if you're coming to this beach, exercise your correct way. Do not come out here and block up someone's gap because you want to go to the beach. Do not come out here and park in the middle of the road and block up traffic. Just please, just be careful. I don't want anyone to come down here, have a beautiful day at the beach, and then butt up an irate resident on the other side of the road when you get back to your vehicle. That's not what we want. So let's keep it peaceful. And they would have every reason to be irate if you're blocking their property. Some people handle it calmly, some people don't. As I said before, everything, all the opinions that are expressed in our vlogs are my opinions. They're not of anyone else. You know, I bear the consequences of my comments sometimes. It is not a problem with me because I am a person who has a lot of free speech. And I believe in talking the way I feel. I don't hide my comments or my opinions. I don't come out and openly start a controversy with anyone, but I will certainly say that I do not believe that has any right there, especially at that angle. See, I'm still fretting about it. My sulking turned back into fretting again. All you love, Lone Star. This is Lone Star. This restaurant and a small hotel as well. You can actually stay here if you would like. So you can give them a call, have a look online for Lone Star, and you can see what they offer. There used to be a jetty here years ago. I do remember that. A long time ago though. Hasn't been around for a while. So you can see the stakes are still sticking up from where that used to be originally. This is a beautiful, beautiful restaurant. I mean, I have never eaten here. That's the honest truth. So I can't tell you how the food is, but I know from every person. I have never heard a bad comment about the food or service from Lone Star. So again, I will recommend this because of what I've heard all of my family saying before. Beautiful. You can see the erosion down here. All these trees and stuff would have been up in originally what would have been probably soil, etc. You can see what's going on down here as well. It's all over the island. It's not just on the south coast, not just on the west coast. We've seen it on the east as well, in the Bash Bay areas, etc. And you know when I come down here, what I love to do. You know already. I like to say good morning to you all guys. So, good morning. Greetings from beautiful, beautiful Barbados. And if you cannot see me like that because the focus on the camera is not good, I can rectify that for you right now. Good morning. This is my camera time. I am allowed to do this here. And even if I was not, it is my show. So, I'm going to share myself a little bit with you all. We're going to make our way, and you see down here is a little bit calmer because it's a little bit deeper here. A lot of you would know here from catamaran experiences. You would come down the west coast and they would come usually here to snorkel with turtles, etc. We're going to see if we can get past the surge itself. Just going to rest up my equipment here on that stack, and then we'll make our way in. So here we go. Just beautiful. I mean, down here is so lovely. JuJus Beach Bar. Lots of little facilities have popped up here in what used to be shuttle homes in the years gone by. But obviously more and more people are turning to realize that our future is most definitely in the visitors that come to the island. I know sugarcane is long gone. Manufacturing and clothing have long gone. So you know, tourism is mainly our product. So I think anyone that utilizes that and utilizes it in a way to bring benefits to it and also beauty to it and also service to it is perfectly placed in this operation right now. All right, we're going to do a little zoom off here. We're going to do a little bit of a 360 one more time. First Waterborne 360 for the morning. Here we go. Landside bearings for those that are not too au fait with where we are right now. I've shown you Lone Star, which you can see quite clearly when you're coming on the west coast. And just in the distance there, the clay tile top building, that is St. Francis Church. That is also in the west coast. So you'll see exactly where we are right now. All right, so I have had an amazing day with you all guys. And I know that I try to keep this entire thing free of controversy or any complaints or anything. But you know me, I'm fretty, I'm Bajan, and we like to fret a lot about stuff. We don't really carry it with us. In fact, I'm not in a carriage with me at all because this is a dead matter here now. I know permission has to be given for these people to erect these things, but I think that people are given permission need to relook at what they're doing. Be careful with what they do with our golden goose. Our golden goose is the sand right now. You know, this island is the main goose, but the sand is the kind of eggs that it lays, you know. So I really would like to think that that would be relooked at. And if anyone has taken offense to what I've said, my apologies, but I've only spoken from my heart. You know, I hope you all have a fantastic day. As you know, the Bajan War represents peace, love, kindness, and happiness, not anything else. To all of our care team, Munchkins, Hall of Famers, and each and every one of you that got early this morning to view this beauty with me, I thank you. To everyone else that's on here that hasn't made any comments, your name will not appear in our attendance list because you've not made a comment. If you would like to come into our attendance list, or if you'd like to become a member of our family, an official member of our family, you will need to comment during one of our live broadcasts. We're going to have these up on YouTube later on today, but no comments on the Facebook or YouTube after the live go and count towards our attendance report. The attendance report is only of the people that are actually participating, sharing their love, joy, care, and kindness with everyone else. I wish you all the best of days. I hope you all go forward today and have an amazing, amazing time. I hope you're blessed with peace and happiness and serenity and safety and good health. To any of you that are going through troubling times right now, for me, I can only speak for me. I trust God with my life. Whenever I'm going through a hard time, it's a lesson for me to learn. It is a chance for me to grow. So I'm going to do exactly that. Have a wonderful day and God spare life. I will see you all tomorrow morning from somewhere else around this beautiful, beautiful island called Barbados. Have a good time I'm going to give you all a nicer scenic view here. We're going to stop for 20 seconds. You can say your farewells. We'll call this our photo op number 2. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all.